Well, Sudan is the largest humanitarian crisis in the world. Millions of people on the move, horrific violence, hunger, famine in parts of the country. Just a terrible situation, particularly for children. Children, of course, need decent nutrition. And I've seen in many parts of the world what happens when they don't have it, which is that their bodies start to turn on themselves. And it is a really horrific thing to see. It's painful. The children are in pain. And I visited children in a hospital ward. I walked in, the whole room was full of beds, 2 children to a bed. This was in Afghanistan. And it was, the mothers were kind of perched on the side of the bed, and the whole room was absolutely silent. And I couldn't understand why that was. And I asked the doctor, and he said, you know, honestly, they just are so weak that they don't even have the energy to cry. There are things that individual people can do. First and foremost, I think the important thing is to pay attention to it. And there is so much happening in the world. We certainly understand that. Many crises, many problems. But Sudan deserves some attention given the scale of the problem. And I think if people can pay attention, talk to their leaders about it, make sure that everybody understands how important it is, that's hugely helpful. There also is a need for additional resources there. So whether it's Unicef or another organization, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's working there would be very grateful and appreciate any support that individuals can give. In Sweden, Unicef has a national committee that works there, does a good job of mobilizing resources, and I would encourage people to support that if they can. My message to world leaders with regard to Sudan, as with regard to any other crisis, is the same, which is that children desperately need peace, and children deserve peace, and the adults in the world need to do a better job of resolving conflicts and making sure that children are protected. If they don't, it's hard to imagine what kind of future children have, and the rest of the world as well, right? These are the children who are going to grow up and be the adults tomorrow, right? So we need to do a better job protecting them and putting them first and foremost in our thoughts.